Hey guys, something I'm really excited for right now is the DCU. The few projects from James Gunn's universe have been really great. Well, that's not true. I keep forgetting that Creature Commandos existed, but other than that, it's been great. One of the biggest mysteries of the universe right now is Batman, of course. As like the most popular superhero, people are wondering like how is he gonna be portrayed in the DCU? And that includes me. And it's gonna be a little bit before we actually get to see him. But one of the biggest things people are talking about is who should play him? It feels like that's the most heated and debated topic about the DCU right now. I mean, we've had so many great actors play Batman in the past, so of course people are trying to figure out who would be the best pick now. I mean, being for real though, Batman may already be casted and we just don't know. But in this video, I'm gonna rank the fan casts that I've seen. I went around the internet and found as many serious names as I could, and now I have like about 20 in this video. Without further ado, let's start. Robert Pattinson. F tier. I do not want the Batman merged into the DCU. I know, great way to start the video. Probably already making some people mad. I love the movie and I can't wait for part 2, but honestly, I want a different, fresh take on Batman that fits better in this universe. While I think the interactions between Corn Sweat Superman and Pattinson Batman could be cool, I want Matt Reeves' Batman to stay a separate thing that isn't burdened by the whole interconnected universe. And Reeves seems to agree, so I don't think it's happening. I guess I should say what I'm actually looking for in DCU Batman so you guys know what I'm talking about. First, I want him to be around the same age as Superman. That means ideally early to mid-30s, but that can fluctuate depending on how old the actor looks. And I want Superman and Batman to be more like peers and friends rather than like the older co-worker that you meet that you just have to be friends with. Another thing I want is a more fantastical Batman. I know that's a buzzword that's thrown around a lot, but I really mean it. I want him to fight powerful villains using crazy fighting techniques and cool gadgets, and I feel like that's something we're not going to get out of the Reeves Batman. Along with this, I want multiple suits like in the Lego Batman video games, or probably more like in the Flash where Michael Keaton has the gallery of suits. That's like one of the only good things in that movie. So the actor for Batman would need to be someone who's able to balance the seriousness of Batman and Bruce Wayne while also being in a world with a bunch of crazy meta superhumans, you know? And the final thing, Bruce Wayne's also important. I mean, they gotta be hot and charismatic and whatever, all that stuff. But now, I'll stop yapping and move on to the fan casts. First up, Oliver Jackson Cohen. So this guy falls into the category of actors I'd never heard of until people started spraying their name for Batman. For some actors, that's mainly because I just don't watch enough movies and TV shows. Because I've never seen him in anything, I don't have the best idea of whether or not he could actually pull off Batman. He has the looks and the height and all that, but I'm gonna have to do some more research into him, so for now, B tier. Next, Austin Butler. No. D tier. He's a great actor and everything, but he's Austin Butler. He's a highlight in Dune 2 and like Masters of the Air for me, but I just would be so taken out of it by seeing Austin Butler as Batman. And I just could not see him as Bruce Wayne at all. I'm sorry. This is a good time to say me ranking an actor lowly does not mean I don't like the actor or they're not a good actor. Also, someone that I don't necessarily like as much could be casted as Batman and they could do a great job. An important thing to remember is I'm stupid. When Robert Pattinson was announced for Batman, I thought it was weird and didn't make sense to me. And now look where we are. It's like the best Batman movie and one of my favorite movies of all time. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Moving on, we have the guy from Divergent, Theo James. Honestly, this one isn't too bad. I can see why people would like him. The thing is, I don't really like the Divergent movies, and I can't get them out of my head. Me and my girlfriend watched them all like a year ago, and because of that, I'm just way too biased. I mean, I think he acted well in these movies, but it was such like a fever dream that I don't remember. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw him at C tier. Well, another person who ranks low for me is Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's awesome and everything, but I can't see him as Batman or Bruce Wayne. It just doesn't really work in my head. Maybe if I saw 28 years later, I'd think differently, but I don't know. It would be kind of funny for him to play a third superhero role. I don't know, I'd say C tier. Next up, a fan cast that doesn't seem to be very popular, but I think I should still include Lee Pace. I love this actor, he's genuinely phenomenal. If you haven't seen the Apple TV show Foundation, I would definitely recommend it. He does a great job of playing multiple, very complex characters, and overall the plot of the show, while a little bit confusing at times, is very interesting. He also played Ronan the Accuser in Guardians of the Galaxy, which I did not know until I was researching him for this video. I mean, James Gunn does love casting actors he's worked with previously in new roles, so I mean, there's a chance. But for me, there's one big problem. He is 46 years old. So unless we were going for an older Bruce Wayne like in the Snyderverse, I don't think this would work. And as I said, I don't want an older Batman. So sadly, he drops to D tier. Now on someone I've never heard of, Gabriel Brasso. Look, it's just a no for me. He could be a great actor and everything, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything he's in. Along with that, he just doesn't feel Batman to me. I know that may not make very much sense, but it does. Because of that, F tier. Next up, Paul Kelly. So in my opinion, this guy looks great for Bruce Wayne. In the looks category, he might be my favorite. There's a giant glaring problem though. I could find like nothing on him. He has been in literally nothing. His first acting role is going to be an American Love Story, which doesn't come out until like next year, I think. So maybe he'll be a great actor, but right now we have no way of knowing. And for that reason, I guess I'll put him in F tier because I just don't like... He has no background whatsoever. Bill Skarsgård is someone I didn't really expect people to fan cast. He didn't really come to my mind immediately. This one isn't necessarily my favorite, but I can see what people are going for. In my mind, he could be similar to Robert Pattinson Batman, but maybe that's just because he's not that bulky. Overall, he's not a bad pick, but I'd much rather actually see him as a villain. I don't know what villain, but he gives off villain vibes, you know? C tier. Scott Eastwood is up next. The only movie I think I've seen him in is Pacific Rim Uprising, but like, I don't really remember that movie because I blocked it out of my memory. He's a great looking guy, but for some reason I can't see him fully as Batman, but at the same time, something still makes me like him more than others, so B tier. Yeah, the list doesn't make sense, it's my list. Make your own. One that I don't understand why people like so much is Jake Gyllenhaal. Next up is someone I would choose if I wanted the bulkiest, hugest Batman ever, Alan Richardson. Yeah, so I definitely don't want him as Batman. He's just a bit too old in my opinion. But I love Alan Richardson, and I think it'd be great if he was somewhere else in the DCU. I don't know, maybe he could play Aquaman again. That would be funny. I'm throwing him at C tier. Hey, we're like halfway through the video or maybe more, I don't know. But make sure you subscribe and go check out the rest of my channel. It really helps me a lot. Also, if you're in the market for a new PC, go check out STARFORGE Systems. My affiliate link is in the description. Alright, back to the video. Speaking of actors who have played superheroes in the past, Henry Cavill. F tier, this is probably like my absolute least favorite. Don't get me wrong, I love Henry Cavill, especially since he's like kinda a nerd and plays Warhammer. I just can't see him as Batman at all, and I think it would be a bad decision to make him Batman because of how horrible the Snyder Bros are and how miserable they decided to be constantly. I do still think it would be cool if Cavill made some sort of appearance in the DCU as a hero or villain. I feel like he's just kind of the guy that was like meant to play a superhero or supervillain, yeah. Moving on to another past Superman, Tyler Hoechlin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize for all names I am mispronouncing and will mispronounce. Honestly, I like this one a good bit. At first I thought it was stupid, but then I thought about it a little more, and it's kind of cool. He kind of looks like Bruce Wayne from the Batman 2004 series. I mean, I didn't finish Superman and Lois, but he's a pretty good actor, I'd say. This is probably one of my stupid hot takes because I'm really tired right now, but A tier. Next up, Tom Brittney. I don't really have anything to say about this one. I haven't seen him act or anything, but he doesn't seem like the worst, so B tier. Moving on, Jensen Ackles. I'm not a big fan of this one, honestly. I know he's voiced Batman before, and while he seems like a good voice pick, I don't know if it would fit in live action. He's also in his late 40s, and as I said, I want a younger actor. Overall, C tier. Okay, Jacob Elordi. I don't know how someone thought this one up. I only saw it once in a Twitter comment section, and that's it. I don't like this at all. I mean, it's Jacob Elordi, the Euphoria guy. But he's definitely going F tier. Brandon Sklenar is probably the biggest fan cast. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it. Most people seem to either love him or absolutely hate him. He's definitely not my favorite, but I think some people hate on him way too much. People say it's a sauceless pick and whatever, but I feel like that's just because he's a popular pick. That's usually how things are on Twitter. I actually kind of like him and wouldn't be upset if he was cast. He's the right age, height, and has some acting under his belt. He's a pretty good looking guy too. James Gunn seems to have him on his radar since he mentioned watching 1923, so he's a likely pick. I think he's actually a pretty decent fan cast, so A tier. Now, last but not least, well, the opposite of least, Nate Mann. This is by far my favorite fan cast. I'm actively campaigning for him to be DCU Batman. Automatic S tier. You see, the funny thing is, I had not heard of him before the Batman fan casting stuff, and I was like, yeah, you know, he seems pretty cool, whatever. So then I decided to do some research. Nate Mann hasn't really been in a lot of movies or TV shows, but one of the few he had been in is on Apple TV called Masters of the Air, which was released in 2024. I had already been recommended to watch it and was probably going to anyways, but this gave me a little bit more motivation to do so. And first of all, it's just a great show. It's a true story about a bunch of bomber pilots in World War II. It's awesome, definitely recommend it. I mean, we got big stars like Austin Butler, Callum Turner, Barry Keoghan, and several others. But personally, Nate Mann was my favorite part of this show. He is genuinely a fantastic actor. Along with the bare minimum of being a good actor, he does check all my other boxes too. He's 6 feet tall, which is good, and he's around 30 years old. I actually looked around the internet, and his real age is unknown. FamousBirthdays.com said he was 22 years old, born in 2003, which is just not true. But given when he graduated college and everything, the early 30s seems to be how old he is. His voice sounds pretty good, and I think it would work for Bruce Wayne. Just bulk him up crazy and make him Batman-sized. I mean, ideally bulkier than Pattinson, but not as big as Affleck, or whatever, I don't know what would be best. So, those are my rankings. As a reminder, I am very sleep deprived right now. I am making this video way past my bedtime. Feel free to say my takes are stupid, because I'm probably going to be saying the same thing when I edit this footage. And in the end, even if an actor I wouldn't have chosen gets chosen for the role, I'm not going to be upset, because I'm stupid. I don't know all the complexities that go into casting, and I'm not even an expert on Batman. I'm really just yapping about what's been on my mind right now. Just let me know who y'all think would be best to play Batman in the DCU, and please include actors that I left out or forgot. Also, it seems like you guys really enjoy Warhammer videos, which I'm happy about because I like making videos related to that. I'm probably going to be releasing a video next week of how I pay my world leaders since someone asked in the comments. Actually, it may not come out by next week, but my next video is going to be that. I have a few other ideas lined up, but if you have any suggestions, leave them down there in the comments. There's not a lot of them, so I read every one. Also, I just finished painting this guy. I don't know if it's gonna focus on him. Yeah, the focus is definitely not working. Yeah, it's just a corn berserker, but I was testing a bunch of random paint stuff. Alright, time to wrap up. If you've made it this far, please subscribe and like and whatever the other YouTube things are. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.